What's good, y'all? It's Drake47 here with my very first YouTube video, and today we're doing a Kent State rebuild. So how I ended up choosing them is I just sorted by the one-star schools on team selection and just hit random. So anytime I do a rebuild, I always go with the recruiter class just because I feel like it makes sense when you're trying to build up a team. So before we hop into any gameplay or any recruiting, we're going to take a look at this roster here. So my starting quarterback will be Tommy Wilatowski. He's only 77 overall, but with 79 speed and 89 throw power, I feel like I could actually make that work. No other quarterback on this roster is even getting touched. At running back, we have Gavin Garcia, which honestly 91 speed and 95 acceleration is pretty solid at running back. So our receiving core isn't too bad here, but I want to mainly focus on Krishan McCray. With a 93 speed, he'll definitely be the person I get the ball to the most. So my defensive line is pretty solid, but the star player on the defense is definitely going to be Stephen Daly. Outside linebacker is probably the shittiest position of this team, with my best player being a 67 overall. My D-backs aren't good, but honestly I've seen worse on a lot of other teams. Their overalls aren't good, but I got 89 and 88 speed at free safety and strong safety. Not a terrible roster, but it's definitely going to need some work going into this next season. So I already added some players to the recruiting board, but I just wanted to show you the prospect list so you can see how bad it actually is. I expected it to be like this with a one-star school, but damn. I didn't realize it'd be this hard to rebuild a one-star school. Now it's time to go ahead and advance the week so we can see how we're doing in the recruiting process so far. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of players who already want to leave the school just because of our coaching prestige. As you can see, we're already in the lead on a lot of 3 stars, the main one being James Emery, who's a gem. So here's my recruiting board. As you can see, I only have 350 hours to spend. I've already spent 200 of them. The plan for the rest of my hours is just to recruit as many 3 stars as I can. I decided to use the last on the right tackle, and now it's time to hop into some gameplay. So for our first game of the season, we got Pittsburgh Panthers, who are 82 overall. Honestly, we're probably about to get our ass whooped. Alright, so opening kickoff, and we're getting the ball first, starting out the game. I'm actually glad we got the ball first because I really want to see what we could do on offense, as we end up getting a decent return down to 25. Here you see my short ass with our dog receiver, and I'm telling you we're going to target him the whole game. Alright, so first play of the game, I decided to go with a little bubble screen, and we end up getting our first down of the season. Alright, so 1st and 10 again, I go with the inside zone, and we get another first down. We're actually cooking now. But this is me we're talking about, so I have to fuck it up when I throw the interception right here. Honestly, I thought he's about to run it back, especially when he breaks his tackle, but we end up getting stopped. Honestly, this game is hella disrespectful. Look, they got them dunking a football on us. Alright, so now we see what our defense can do as he hits a wide open man. And hold on, look at this shit. I'm literally right in front of him. My dumb ass still manages to miss him. Now he's running along down the sideline until we finally catch him around the 5-yard line. The very next play, they run a quick slant, easy touchdown. At this point, I realized I screwed up not editing our schedule at all. Alright, so we have a terrible possession. We get stuck in a 4th and 10 here, and I'm trying to make something happen. I see somebody open, and I just throw it straight into the ground. Turnover on downs. Our defense actually comes up clutch and gets to stop, but they end up hitting a long field goal. We get good start to our next drive. As a 2nd and 13, I throw a beautiful pass down the middle. I break a tackle and finally go down around the 50-yard line. Alright, 1st and 10 again, and we're finally moving the ball, and I see him deep. Psych, incompletion. I'm not gonna lie, I start getting frustrated here with how the game was going, so I go for it on 4th down, and look at this. Absolutely zero blocking. I get hit, ball goes straight to the ground, another turnover on downs. It's all good though, because we end up getting him a 3rd and 16, and we finally get an interception. Not gonna lie, he was cooked on the play, but the quarterback threw a terrible pass. The offense is finally starting to look decent as I make a beautiful pass to my running back here. Alright, so 2nd and goal here, and we just do a little handoff and get an easy touchdown. Yeah, he won't be playing next week after hitting this terrible dance. Alright, so I only left this clip in just to show how great the CPU actually blocks on this play. There's no way a quarterback that slow should be getting that many yards. Alright, so they've been moving the ball on us, but look, on 3rd down, we get a beautiful hit stick to make him drop it and make it 4th and inches. Alright, so 4th and inches, and they decided to go for it, and I swear he was about to get this 1st down, but somehow we actually get the stop. Alright, so after the turnover on downs, I found a drag route underneath, and we get an easy 1st down. My goal here is to try to score before the half is over with. But this is Heisman difficulty, so I run a play action here, and I get hit, fumble, and I turn the ball over. So they have the ball 1st and 10. I thought I read this perfectly, but it goes right over my head. Easy touchdown. To get back in the game, I try to run a play I know works, so I hit the drag underneath. We have plenty of space to run. We get out of bounds around the 50-yard line. Alright, so 2nd and 3, I run a little play action. I see the drag underneath, and they're going to have to stop me from throwing the drag. I'm going to throw it every time. And finally, I see the post across the middle, so I throw it, and I get it through a tight window, and touchdown. And nothing really happens in the half after that, so we start off at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And honestly, I'm only down by 3 points, so I actually felt like I could win this game at this point. Alright, so 3rd and 8, and they actually run the ball, which catches me off guard. He gets a pretty big game on play, but look, a hit stick, fumble, my ball. Of course, I messed it up the very next play as I take a long sack, no diddy, making it a 2nd and 17. And how the hell was I supposed to make this field goal? This thing was moving so fast. I already knew I was going to miss before I even started kicking it. Alright, so we get him in a 3rd and 3 here, and now I'm sending pressure. And it actually ends up working out as I get another interception. And our defense is really saving us here, as this game shouldn't even be close. I bet you can't guess what I do the very next play as I throw it across the middle. It's picked off. I get the ball right back to them. Alright, so it's 2nd and 6, and we desperately need to stop right here. But CPU throws a laser down the middle. And of course, I get the shit juked out of me, and he runs it in for a touchdown. Alright, look, I know you're probably thinking like, why the hell is he going for it on 4th and 7? Honestly, because I'm pissed off, but it doesn't even matter because I don't get it anyways. Turnover on downs again. At this point, I was so mad, I just clicked jump ahead and sim the rest of the game. And of course, they scored 2 more times on us. So the final score ended up being 22-38. And I couldn't even say it was because my team was bad. It was really just me playing terrible this whole game. But it's all good because we can go ahead and sim into the next week. We ended up making a little bit of progress on a couple of recruits here. So before I end the video, I want to show a little bit of progress we made. And honestly, we're leading on a lot more recruits than I thought we would be. I picked out a couple that we're going to focus on, but we'll get more into that in the next video. Alright y'all, so next week we'll be taking on FCS East, and if you ever played them pre-patch, you already know how they can be. I plan to upload every couple of days with 2 to 3 gameplay clips in it, along with a little bit of recruiting. If you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit the notification button as well as like the video. And let me know what you'd like to see in the future. This is Drake 47. I'll catch y'all on the next one.